Alright guys, not gonna lie, the vlog's gonna suck this week. It's been an insane week with the pandemic. Drilling a well. I didn't really record a whole lot because we were just trying to figure out what we were doing, blah blah blah, all that stuff. But there is some stuff. And it's Tuesday night, but the past 2 days we've had so much stuff to do and deal with that it's just been nuts.
Yeah, it's been crazy. The day's been flying by.
And we had volunteers here today that don't want to be on YouTube, so I'm not going to record any part of that. But they did get this planted with Tori.
Cabbage planted for the honey hog, and then some more cabbage and broccoli, kale, and kohlrabi. So.
And then these dudes showed up today for the well. So they're at 200 feet right now with no water yet. But we're hopeful.
Yeah.
It cannot happen to us again.
Especially after the last one.
I know. So that part of the land there, if you go right past that truck and then go downhill, let's see where we're, then go downhill over here and then back up, that's where our neighbor's well is. And they have 24 gallons a minute at 280 feet. And it's level and the creek's kind of in the middle. So we are hopeful. Yeah. And really that's the only thing you can be. But we do have a lot of stuff growing and already got some big orders for Friday farm pickups, which is good.
It's really good.
This is
we got a lot more like going too, so just trying to keep up at this point.
Yeah. Just the amount of work is insane to be. It's one thing to do it. It's okay to do it and all that, but to have all these wrenches thrown in, like the honey hog might get shut down, or not shut down, but they might have to close. They were supposed to open Nanny's tomorrow. They might not be able to do that. All types of stuff.
I mean, even last week we had chefs that had events that they got canceled. And
yeah. All right, enough of that negative crap. So this is insect netting. This is from Johnny's, this place, and we put it on right after we plant to keep pests out of getting into the plants.
Yeah, and there's a couple of different kind of insect nets too. This is Biothrips, I think, is the kind that it is, because it's like really fine mesh. You can get different kinds that are a little like thinner mesh, I guess you could say, that keep out some bigger bugs, but this is really good for like aphids and flea beetles and
yeah, and
like that.
And this is our way of not using pesticides. It's just a physical barrier. It's a cultural control, really.
So I pulled the tarp that was on that plot over to the plot that has cover crop on it, because we have to use this plot sooner than we thought we would. So usually you kind of let it grow up until it's about to flower and then you crimp it down, but we need it a little bit sooner than that, so I just went ahead and tarped it to try and kill some of it sooner.
It's a nice cover crop though.
Yeah, I didn't want to cover it.
I know.
So sad.
My beautiful cover crop.
I know.
I had plans to let this grow up and then we're gonna mow it or crimp it or something and see what happened, but the way it's looking now, it's a good thing that we need it, but
yeah.
The way it's looking now, we're gonna have to plant it, and then if not plant it for customers, we might need to plant it for us if it gets super crazy.
Yeah,
So
true.
us and our neighbors, we'll see. All right, this is 6 beds tarped, so this area will be a tunnel, and then these 2 areas will be turmeric. There'll be 2 beds of turmeric. There's a dude at the Charlotte Market next to me that he's been growing turmeric for 10 years, I think, but he's getting out of it to be a realtor. He's tired of farming, so he's gonna bring all the mother plants up here, so I will be vlogging that. That'll be super cool. And we'll have 200-foot beds of turmeric, which should get us
Yeah,
I mean, that's going to be really good at the winter markets to have that available.
Yeah, that'll be a good perennial to have every year that we can keep growing off of. And
Yeah, we eat
the
it.
tunnel, I think, is going to be a nursery for
Yeah,
us. Cause
yeah. The tunnel will be a nursery. Probably 50-foot nursery and then 50-foot beds. So one side could be all the transplants, because that's the dumbest thing that I didn't do that I should have done.
Yeah,
So
and
stupid.
even I asked today the seed flats in the tunnel where the tomatoes are gonna go. I was like, what are we gonna do with all these once we have tomatoes here? And Casey's like,
Dude, I do
don't
not know. Yeah. So that needs to happen. Totally needs to happen.
So our county does well grants through the NRCS. So I called them last year and asked about it when we were drilling the well up front. And they said that we had to be in business for at least a year to apply for it. And he said he'd put me on the list. Well, I kind of didn't expect anything to come from it, but he called me like right after Christmas and was like, hey, I have you down for the well grant, and do you still want to be on it? And so I'm like, yeah, definitely. And so they came out shortly after January, and we applied for it all and got the grant. So that was really exciting.
We got a good rain last night and today. Really get these onions set in, and you can see they're starting to grow. So this like new green growth right here, like this, from what I know from onions, this part, and that is just, I didn't focus. This part, that part, this part's like transplant shock, and I was looking to here. So let's hope they're fast tracking it to the deep fryer at the honey hole.
Yeah.
But it looks really cool.
Yeah, it does.
It's always nice to get that planted and done.
Yeah, transplants always feel good to
Hopefully,
get done.
yeah. Hopefully our nieces are here for the harvest too.
Yeah, they were last year.
They helped
and
out a lot.
So this little spot was just some old salad mix that we had throughout the winter too, and we just seeded that today with some turnips. And now we're tarping it to keep the moisture in and germinate it quicker.
Today our friend Mark came out, and Mark has a jerky business, local jerky business. His shop's like 2 miles from our place. He knows that times suck right now, so he brought us out some jerky to eat, and very much appreciated. All right, we gotta pull these stakes out. They're for irrigation. You can't really do it by hand because they're in there really tight and they've been in there for a long time. So get a spade or a shovel, and then this is called a girth hitch. Overlap it, pull it through so it's like a slip knot. Put that on the shovel, and then do the same thing at the top. Make sure it's really tight. And then use your legs. Bent a little bit, but so we gotta tarp these beds because I didn't weed them over the winter, and they're terrible.
Alright, I tried it. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Alright, talk about a day. So, if y'all can see me here. We did hit water, not a whole lot. So we're gonna do some stuff tomorrow. Hope that gets better, but it is supposed to rain tonight, and I've been waiting for this time. So we got the nice rain coming tonight. Beneficial nematode time. Never used these before. They're off Amazon, or if you just type in beneficial nematodes. Let me see. Nature's Good Guys is the company. Yeah, nature's good, guys. It's like perfect weather tonight for it, so I got the sprayer and then the packet they come in. So put water in here, put these guys in, and then have to double check the application rate for how far this packet goes square footage wise, and then be good to go. We did hit water on the well though, which is amazing, and they're putting the pump in right now in the tank. So that's a huge relief, but also it creates a time to make an investment like that. But we have hope for the future. Better to stay positive than negative. Egg collecting time.
I also put out all my microgreen flats, the spent ones, after I harvested them, and they like totally destroyed it.
George, how many eggs are you getting a day now?
Oh, like 2.5 dozen.
Nice.
Hey, Mama.
Oh, that's cool.
One under the coop. The geese like to lay eggs and cover them. Sometimes they're hard to find, but she left this one a little uncovered. It's like equivalent to 3 chicken eggs. The yolk is huge, but they're really good.
Our neighbor came over here with her grandsons. She had hid those goose eggs out and said they were dinosaur eggs, but they found them. Thought it was really cool.
They were so excited.
So the yellow shrubs that are in bloom right now, we're zone 7, North Carolina, is a forsythia. They're edible. They're kind of sweet, but not bad. The way to identify forsythia is it has a square stem. You can feel it if you rub it in between your fingers, and there is a unique leaf to it. You can't see it now, but when you see the leaf, you're like, oh yeah, forsythia. And then definitely the yellow flowers are a dead giveaway. We just had an insane farm pickup, like insane. Like we normally have 4 sales outlets that we do every week, and they're about equal in each one, with restaurants, 2 markets, and then the on-farm pickups. Well, this week, the on-farm pickups was insane today. There's like 20 or 30 people probably that came. And it was awesome. People parking. Everybody kept distance, like, you know, they should, obviously, being mindful of that stuff. And just, wow, it's just so cool.